Describe a joke that made you laugh. What the joke was about, who told you that joke, was it funny, and explain why this was an interesting joke that made you laugh. Cracking a nice joke that makes us laugh is certainly not everybody's thing. At least I can say that about myself since I am not really good at making others laugh. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like to laugh when a good joke is told to me. My recent meet with my college buddies was great fun. We gathered after a long time near the Sydney Opera House and discussed different topics. At the gathering, there was a writer who cracked a joke over the current political conditions. We all laughed. The joke was about a thief and his selection as a cabinet member in a fictional state. One day, the police caught a thief red-handed. The thief was produced at the court, but the thief disagreed to be tried on the court with excuses that the judge is dishonest. The issue was covered in the mainstream media, so the issue was raised at the cabinet with the presence of the thief. The Premier asked the Home Minister to run the trial, but the minister denied, saying that he is imperfect and often becomes corrupt. So it was shifted to the Minister for Foreign Affairs. He also denied running the trial with the same reason of discrepancy on different issues. Almost all the ministers were asked to run the trial, but all of them refuted with a similar reason. When finally the trial was shifted to the Premier, he also denied that, saying that he is to run a state and also needs to be corrupt sometimes. Suddenly, someone from the cabinet proposed to enlist him in the cabinet, saying this will end the troubles. Actually, Samuel is one of my close buddies. He loves to think critically about society. Now, he's an established writer come journalist and writes fictions for a newspaper. Besides, he also writes as a freelance writer for some other agencies as well. I met him first at my college here in Australia. He joined us in the middle of the year. In fact, he was late for attending the classes, though enrolled at the beginning of the year. He was troubled with visa processing at that time as he is non-native in Australia. However, after his joining, it appeared that our class was revived. He was smart and still he is. With his innovative speeches and activities, he made the classes fun, and even the teachers also liked him for his witty questions and wise responses. Everyone present at the gathering laughed their heart out. In fact, it really was interesting for us and too funny. The reasons behind the joke were extremely positive. Actually, the reason of the thief for not being tried by any dishonest judge or public representative was amusing. Initially, the joke appeared quite interesting and we all laughed. We all laughed at the joke by our heart. Some of us started imitating like the thief only to extend the fun. The joke was really an interesting one for some reasons. In fact, the thief was correct in some sense. He didn't want to be tried with someone who is corrupt like him. He wanted to be tried by someone who was honest so that he could get the right verdict for his misdeeds. But there was not an honest individual who could play the role of the judge to solve the issue. So, someone from the cabinet proposed to make him a minister, and this will reduce the trial dilemma. Though the place and the characters are fictional, this is a common issue for almost all of the countries. Corruption is prevailing everywhere. We are accustomed to it, but this joke was a type of blow against corruption.